It is Saturday, the 21st of December, 2024. My name is Pigeon Rose, and this is my song of the day. Yesterday, we talked about Joe Hawley's solo project Miracle Musical. Today, we're talking about a song from Rob Cantor's solo album, Not a Trampoline, from 2014. And that song is called All I Need Is You. Now, you can probably guess from the title. This is a love song. I won't say too much about it before we get into it, I suppose. I really love how it's like relatively simplistic in its songwriting, but also kind of epic in its musicality. I do enjoy that contrast, And I just love how it sounds. I will also recommend, this is another one of those ones where you don't have to watch the music video. It's still a good song, but I fully recommend the music video, and I will be talking about it because it does something really interesting that I really enjoy. So I will be talking about that at length. But anyway, however you choose to consume it, let's go ahead and listen to it now and then come back in a few minutes and talk about it. And that was All I Need Is You by Rob Cantor. I think you'll see what I mean by the combination of simple and complex. Like, the lyrics are pretty simple and about, all I need is you. It's a pretty common idea in music. But the music itself starts off with just this guitar, and then it builds up with the big drums and the orchestra and takes this big, huge, epic sound, then goes down to quiet at the end. And I love that. Similarly, I love the music video, which, if you didn't watch it, and I really encourage you to, is a series of looping GIFs of various people making various faces, doing various activities, whatever. The first one is Rob himself, and someone is like spreading cards in front of him, and he's got this big like wow look in his face, And then you've got like a guy dancing with a fan and pointing, and you've got a news reporter talking while someone streaks behind him, and you've got a guy doing a flip and then picking up a phone, and you've got a guy taking off sunglasses to reveal a second pair of sunglasses underneath. You've got all these different clips that are just looping forever. And then when the chorus hits, the mouth shapes that they're doing in the specific moment syncs up to All I Need Is You. Rob's big ah turns into ah. And I think the guy doing the flip is the I, and the news reporter is the need. I can't remember the exact order of it now off the top of my head. But I just love the way it works. Like, all their mouth shapes make different things. And then the videos get more ridiculous as it goes. There's animated videos. Everyone is credited. Most of this was actually made by Rob and his friends, not actual stock footage, Not all of it, but most of it. And there's a whole series of credits in the end. You can spot Bora, friend of the band Bora Karaja, is in there twice, actually. Rick Lax is the guy taking his sunglasses off, and you might know him from being in Tally Hall stuff and also in Break It Down, but he's more famous now for being like a weirdo magician on Facebook, and he was on Penn and Teller Fool Us. Very strange man, that Rick Lax. Ross Federman, the drummer from Tally Hall, is also in the video as a chemist, because he is, in fact, a scientist himself. He's something of a scientist himself, much like Norman Osborn. Anyway, I love the video so much. I love the way it all syncs up and gets more and more ridiculous as it goes. Like, a lion's roar is used for one of the words, Great stuff all around, and so well edited, and so well put together. Anyway, let's get back into the content of the song itself. So it starts off with, the life you want to lead, it's right beneath your feet. Tonight no shadows fall. See the lightning, heed the call. The world we wish we knew, it's there in me, it's there in you. Tonight we come true, feels so right and feels so new. All I need is you. All I need is you. And so the song is like this hopeful sort of thing of like, all I need is you and I can get through anything, right? So the life you want to lead, it's right beneath your feet. That's saying that what you want is actually within your grasp, Tonight no shadows fall, see the lightning, heed the call. That just feels like a big kind of call to action. The world we wish we knew, it's there in me, it's there in you. That feels like a very similar sentiment to like be the change you want to see in the world. It's there inside us. We just have to make it a reality, Tonight we come true. That world we wish we knew. Feels so right and feels so new. All I need is you. Lovely, simple, but very evocative. Adrift we nearly drowned, but faith we finally found. Tonight a garden grew, see the green and see the blue, and all that we've waited for, and all that we hold in store. Everything starts tonight. We can be final, we can be light. All I need is you. All I need is you. You, and then that repeats into the bridge. So, adrift we nearly drowned, but faith we finally found. Some pretty common metaphors being used there. Feeling adrift adrift and nearly drowning is a common phrase used to describe someone who feels lost in life or overwhelmed, But faith we finally found. That doesn't have faith. The word faith always makes me think of religion, but that doesn't have to mean that. In this case, it's probably more referring to fidelity, as in faith in each other, right? Tonight a garden grew, see the green and see the blue. So I assume it's just referring to the nature, like green is grass, blue is sky, right? Although it really does, this is not what it's meaning, but it does make me think of seeing Earth from space, see the green and see the blue, you know what I mean? Anyway, and all that we've waited for and all that we hold in store, everything starts tonight. We can be final, we can be light. So again, just this idea that this is in you, it's inside you, and we just have to make it real, bring it to life right now. And the repeating of the all I need is you. And this is what I was saying about how I love how the music builds up. I love how it goes like, all I need is you, you, you. It just keeps going, and the strings going like, like it just keeps building and getting bigger. It's so good. And then you get the big explosive bridge with the life we want to lead. I caught onto something golden. It's right beneath our feet. I didn't know what I was holding. Fortune and failure, I'm finding my place in the cold. You take me apart and I'm whole. All I need is you. All I need is you. All I need is you. Yeah, I love this big ending here because he repeats the life we want to lead, it's right beneath our feet, but there's background vocal saying, I caught onto something golden. I didn't know what I was holding. I mean, that seems to be saying like, you don't know how good something is right away. Kind of not being able to believe necessarily how good something is, like not being able to believe how good someone you're in love with is, you know what I mean? And then fortune and failure, I'm finding my place in the cold, seems to be about, getting through the ups and downs and finding your place in the cold, like getting through the tough times. Someone suggested this is referring to him not being in Tally Hall anymore. Guys, not every song is about Tally Hall. It's a solo project. Get over yourselves. Anyway, you take me apart and I'm whole. I feel like a very good use of contradiction. Like just when you're with someone who knows you so well, like they take you apart, but that's what makes you feel whole. It's a lovely sentiment. And then the repeating of all I need is you as it fades out. Just such a lovely song. Such a really, really interesting video. Definitely my favorite on this album. Rob's solo album is like pretty up and down. Like All I Need Is You is a big standout. I enjoy Old Bike and Ghost, and I love Perfect and Lonely But Not Alone. I was actually going to do Lonely But Not Alone today, but I decided to do All I Need Is You instead, but I will definitely do Lonely But Not Alone at some point later. But then like songs like Flamingo, like it's silly and it's fun, but it's not something I listen to very much, I'm Gonna Win also is a weird one because kind of similar to what I was talking about yesterday with Inside the Mind of Simon as a Tally Hall demo becoming the Mind Electric with Miracle Musical. I'm Gonna Win started off as a song called All of My Friends, and I prefer All of My Friends. Now, I love I'm Gonna Win's polish. I love how it sounds on the album, but I really wish they'd stuck with the original lyrics. I really like the original song, and I would love to hear a fully produced version of that version of the song, but I still like the demo, and I still like this version, so it all comes out in the wash, but I just wish they hadn't made that decision, I guess. Anyway, I love this song. I like this album, and we'll be back to talk about more Tally Hall tomorrow, finishing up the week with a final Tally Hall song. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell other people about this show. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Break it down.
That was all you. And you might know him from being in Tally Hall stuff.